Living and working in grizzly country comes with its own unique challenges. The recovery of the grizzly population in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem has, by all measures, been an ecological success story. But with the expanded numbers comes a new set of concerns, and one business in northwest Wyoming has done their best to adapt to the new reality. The Gallagher family, for 5 years now, have turned their cornfield into a family-friendly outdoor experience in the month of October. But Bridget Gallagher, who with her husband Cecil and their 9 children run the farm, said they had a few unexpected visitors last year.
So we actually had a sow and her cubs in the maze one day. We didn't know where they were, so we closed the maze down and then had Game and Fish come out, and they located where they were at. And in the meantime, we started preparing by putting the electric fence up. We were closed for about a week.
The problem, according to game and fish biologists, is that the population of grizzly bears in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem is growing. As such, the bears are expanding beyond their traditional habitat. Dan Thompson is the Large Carnivore Section supervisor for the Wyoming Game and Fish Department. He says the expansion of the grizzly bear population brings a new set of challenges to those who live and work on the outskirts of the animal's traditional habitat.
We've seen the grizzly bear population increase in distribution more than 50% since the early 2000s. But as they move into newer areas, we're seeing a lot more on this absorca front, and we're having bears move into these situations where we don't expect the public to make the sacrifices that the people did within the core that got us to this point.
Thompson adds that after the Gallaghers' experience with bears in the corn maze last year, the family did what they could to keep their guests and the bears safe.
They actually made a lot of sacrifices, shutting down their money-making efforts to make, number one, to make sure people were safe, and we did a lot of management work to try to do things to get bears out of there. They fenced off their entire corn maze, and they've done that already this year. Preemptively. They were very close contact with them to try to make sure that there's not that potential.
And so this year we decided that we were just going to be proactive, and we were going to put the fence up before we even started and not have to deal with it.
While this year's corn maze was grizzly free, Thompson says it's inevitable that interactions like this will continue to be a challenge for residents in this part of the country.
It's a term I use, the reality of recovery. But we're well beyond a biologically recovered population now. We don't want people to be punished for a recovered grizzly bear population, and so those are the things that we deal with now, and also just trying to do what's right for bears and for people, obviously.
From Clark, I'm Wendy Core reporting.